Hey everybody, this is spreadsheet activity number 14, and I kind of I kind of already did mine, so I'm going to kind of go backwards, I guess. Um, what we're going to be doing, this is a test. All right, this is a test based on skills that we have done already, and you should be able to manage most of this without much help from me. So I'm not going to go over the data entry that's on that's in the instructions, and I'm not going to go over the column chart building because that is review. That's why this is a test. So if I show you the instructions briefly, it's going to show you the data that needs to be put in the cells, starting in cell A1 and so on. Then we kind of are going to be practicing with our border icon, which is pretty simple. Where you're going to be highlighting these three rows and drawing a border underneath there so it looks like a neat sort of title thing. That's what it'll look like when you've done that. All right. Once you've created your chart, you're going to kind of drag your chart so that it's under the data here, so that what it's going to do is it's going to leave a bunch of space over to the right-hand side for you. And you're going to create this house. And it's pretty simple to do. I'm not going to draw the entire house for you in this tutorial, but I'm going to show you how you can do it. And then when you're all done, it needs to be colorful. You don't have to use the same colors I do. The only stipulation for the colors is that you have to have two colors on the roof, and they have to be a checkerboard pattern like this. Okay, so let me go to my example here. All right, so what I've done is, I've done my data here, I've done my chart, and then my house, you can see my house appears in certain cells so that everything shows up on the page at the same time. So what I would do if I were you is I would copy the exact cells that I did, because your house needs to be identical to mine in its shape. So you can see here, this top one is I4. So that's I4 and J4. So when I go to my example here, now I'm going to undo all the stuff that I did on mine. Just going backwards, making it disappear. Boom. So there we are in I4 with a fresh, clean slate, nothing there. So what I want is I want my house to look like this, right? So I'm going to highlight I and J, and then I only want the top border and the left and the right border to appear. I don't want anything down here on the bottom. So this is how I do that. So I highlight both rows, and my border icon is right here. And before I select the lines that I want to make them as thick as I can get them. So that's this one right here, the third one from the top. And now I'm going to select my left, which you just saw appear here, my top, and my right. And there's the beginning of my house. All right, and this one here, I'm just going to have the top and the left. So if I go up here and go top, left, it actually gets really quick once you've selected a couple of these. This one is going to be top right. So, whoop, I'm going to brain fart. There we go. Top right. And then the same thing on the next column. So you want kind of a step pattern here. And this is going to be top left. And this one over here is going to be top right. Like that. Now, I want this line right here to appear all the way across. So there's two ways to do that. I can select this row right here and choose the bottom border icon, or I can choose this row right here and choose the top. So I think it's easier to do this way personally. So I'm going to choose my bottom border, and there is the roof of my house. Okay, now the rest of this is pretty straightforward. So we're going to go down to cell 17 and fill in this much. Now if you think about this, so I have to put a window and a door in here, but I don't have to worry about that at this second. But what I want to appear here is I want the left-hand side, the bottom, and the right-hand side to appear. So when I go to my border icon, there's left, there's bottom, and there's right. So there's the basic outline of my house. Then you need to count where the window and the door go as far as the original picture. So if I go back to my original picture, 1, 2, 3. There's 3 cells here, and then I fill in 2 for a window. I scoot over to column J, and I go skip 1 row here, and then my door is 5 cells tall, and so on. This one down here, for the grass, I'm going to select these rows right here, and when I choose my border, this time I'm going to change it to a double border. Okay, so if I select that, you can see here, if I go to here, it is this one right here. Okay, and then I want it to be the top and the bottom only. Okay, and then, so that's what it looks like before you color it in. Okay, so let me go back here really quick. Now, I'm not going to do this whole thing because I want you guys to do it. But what I want to show you how to do is to fill in your house. So what you can do is once you have your windows in here, boom, and your door, boom, what you want to do is you want to shade everything in. So you want the house to be a certain color, the window and the door to be a certain color, and then you want your checkerboard pattern on the roof. So you're going to select whatever. I'm going to do a Christmas color, so we'll do green. We'll do this green, and then this red, the ones that are down there. So now I'm just going to do a checkerboard pattern. So this is going to be green. This is going to be green. So I'm skipping every other one. All right, and this one's going to be green, and so on. And then obviously the ones that I didn't shade in green after skipping my pattern will be the red ones. Whoop, yikes. There we go. So then these ones I'll fill in red and then choose different colors for the rest of the house. So your final product, if we go back to the example, your page will look like this, except your house will be colored in. So the instructions are fairly straightforward. You shouldn't have much problems with this. This is a test. This one is worth 100 points. So it's very important that this one gets done, and you need to be very careful about it. Remember, when you're creating a chart, I'll be looking for your title, and I'll be looking for your title on your axes as well. Okay, I'm not too concerned about the y-axis for this one, just the x-axis, like so. All right, good luck.